19, 5 feet 9, 155 pounds, from Paraguay, as is young Julio Cesar Romero. Cabañas, a recent acquisition, has yet to play. I believe this is his first appearance in league play. He did play in the Challenge Cup,
he played in the Challenge Cup. He played against Vancouver. I thought didn't exactly sparkle in that game, and in fact was taken off by the coach. Obviously, he better do more running. Beckenbauer has not had an effective game at all. Has not done a lot of running, and has indeed looked rather slow in midfield.
Hasn't been in the game much at all, you're right. But Beckenbauer has gone for the day now. Cabañas in, down towards Romero, and headed away by Mijatovic once again, the big defender, number 11. Mijatovic came here from Rochester when the two Washington defenders were put out for the season. Here comes New York again, Bogey. And Irwin picks it up, the Washington goalie. It's tied at 1-1. So the winning goal has yet to be scored. Whoever's going to do it, they haven't done it yet. And down goes Green again. He's getting a little tired of it.
I cannot understand why Cabrichin does not give Durgan a warning on this.
A little mock applause toward the referee by Green. He says, well, you finally gave it to him. Ricky Davis knocked that one away. Over the sideline, throw in for Washington to Sonny Askew from Wim Janssen. Askew back to Janssen, the Dutchman. Setting up Askew, who will probably center. Now he's tried a shot. 26 minutes left in the game.
Well, the referee says that was a corner kick. That must have been deflected as Sonny Askew kicked it.
Yeah. So Horvath will take yet another corner kick for Washington. Will be their 11th of the game to 3 for the Cosmos. They appeared to score on a header by Cruyff after a corner kick, but again, it was disallowed because of offside. Would have been Cruyff's first goal of the season. It was not to be. He would have loved it before this big home crowd here. Carlos Alberto talking it up.
Wondering exactly what Horvath is doing while he's preparing to take this corner kick over here. Seems to be entangled in some wires.
I don't know what's going on.
There's certainly, shall we say, a delay in the game, and Alan Green is going to take shelter in the only shade available behind the goalpost there.
All right. Horvath will take the corner kick. There it is, a good center. Headed away by Green. He didn't mean to head it away, but that's the way it turned out.
Well, Green trying, I think, to flick it over his head here.
Whoa, and had some fist being flung. Neskens, and who else was that? Who's that? Is it Horvath?
No, it's Draghi.
Johan Neskens and Draghi, the young American.
Right, as that ball came over, flicked over his head by Alan Green, you'll see Draghi goes down under a pile of players and was sort of flattened into the ground. Well, you won't see it, but that is in fact what happened.
All right, the corner kick again, this time by Sonny Askew with the right foot. That's a nice center once again. Picked off by Birkenmeier, the goalie. He came out nicely. Throws it downfield, and Washington will put it in.
You see Draghi going down there, and the player landing right on. You can feel that. And of course, when he tried to get up, he couldn't because the player was still on top of him.
But when he came up,
scuffle start.
When he came up swinging. As spirited young American athletes sometimes tend to do. Okay, there's Canalia with a lead pass back, and calling for a free kick, not for a penalty kick. It'll be a direct kick. And the man who was offended was young Cabañas, number 19.
Cabañas showing a bit of speed there, which of course is he's just come off the bench. I assume he should have speed on that.
23 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game as the Cosmos set up for a free kick. There's a good look from behind the goal. This will probably be some kind of a set play.
Well, Bogicevic can hit the ball very hard, and Romero, the other player out there, can bend the ball, can curve the ball very well.
Okay, Neskens takes the shot, and that was about 20 rows into the grandstand by Johan Neskens. Maybe still a little angry.
Some guys.
We're back live in Washington. The New York Cosmos with the ball. Still tied with the Washington Diplomats at 1-1. 22 minutes, 30 seconds left in regular time. Goalie Irwin picks it up. Let's go down to Vern Lundquist.
Okay, Jim, I'm sitting with Franz Beckenbauer. Franz, you've got an ice pack on your thigh. What happened? It's happened 1 week ago when we played last Tuesday against Vancouver. You know, this tournament, transatlantic tournament. I pulled a muscle and I felt it the whole week. But, you know, a crowd like this and nice day, I want to play, but it was a mistake. I shouldn't play from the beginning.
Okay, Franz, thank you very much. We'll go back up.
Yeah, thank you.
So Beckenbauer, like Johan Cruyff, agreeing he probably shouldn't have played at all today. So New York again winning the battle for the ball. Just under 22 minutes remaining in regular time. 1-1. And right at Irwin again. Boy, he can kick that ball about as far as anybody in the NFL. That was one of his easier ones, well up past midfield. Of course, that's not always what you want to do. Bogey saying, hands off, I'm clean. Now to Alan Green. Durgan still right in back of him, a good 2 inches in back of him. Hasn't let him go all day. Okay. Washington, Darrell getting it over to Askew. Sonny could have a good shot here. Here comes Sonny Askew. Still moving in. Still moving in. Oh, and a shot by Horvath from the left. Was knocked away by Little Romero. No, excuse me, yes, by Eskandarian, I should say. Right there, number 2.
Askew put through a beautiful ball from Darrell that Askew picks up here, gets round Ricky Davis, and finished with a shot.
Okay, we'll go back to that right now. We don't want to miss anything in the live action. 1-1, 20 minutes, 45 seconds left in regulation time. Horvath preparing for the free kick. Washington's had 14 shots. New York only 7, but it's tied. There's another setter. It's short Gary Darrell. Now Yarushi shooting, and the goalie saves it. Birkenmeier smothering the ball. Let's take that other look again.
Let's take a look at Askew again. This time he gets round Ricky Davis. Now he decides not to shoot. He pulls it away. There's his shot, which is blocked. And I think that's Horvath with that thunderous left foot running in from the left there, but Eskandarian there to block the shot. Another good chance for Washington.
Now a good chance perhaps for New York as they set it up in their end of the field. Over to Ricky Davis. He heads it back to Canaglia. Looks like Ricky might have had a shot himself if he had taken that ball down. However, Canaglia out in an unaccustomed place, the 35-yard line almost. Back to Bogey, and now Giorgio will go down to his accustomed home near the goal mouth. Carlos Alberto now coming up. Di Bernardo, the shot by Angelo. Not a strong one.
Well, it was a good quick run by Di Bernardo there, and of course, I think what prompted Carlos Alberto's pass was the fact that Di Bernardo ran so quickly into the space. Carlos Alberto delivered the ball immediately, and Bernardo, who was running at 90 degrees to the ball, got off that shot very well, but he didn't get enough on it.
The stadium here in Washington looks more like a Redskins home game than what they've gotten in the past for soccer. Here comes New York again, Romero. And Irwin has it. It's a 1-1 tie.
Porcel drove it.
Back again live, an indirect free kick has been awarded to Washington. Sonny Askew. Lofts it towards the center. Headed away beautifully that time by Durgan. And here comes Di Bernardo all by himself. There are 2 defenders down here if they can get to him. Yep. Here comes Drakey, number 19, with Di Bernardo now. The shot up and over, and it'll be a goal kick for Washington.
We're looking at Di Bernardo, who's sort of smiling and not worrying too much. Who we might be looking at is Canaglia, who looked absolutely disgusted when that shot from Di Bernardo came in, because obviously that was not a place to take a shot from. You've got to be very, very accurate to beat a goalkeeper from that angle, and Canaglia again was in the middle where he would have had a much better angle and a much better chance.
1-1 is the score. 17 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in regulation time. Robert Yarushi, who scored the only goal so far for Washington, gets it down to Alan Green, who is called offside again. And the ball will go over to New York. There's Alan Green. He's frustrated this afternoon. Young Durgan's been all over him. Sometimes perhaps a little too much all over him. Certainly Green feels that way.
Yeah, I think I feel that way too.
Here comes Green by himself. Again, he's offside. Now remember, offside means he was offside at the time the ball was passed to him. It's okay if he is apparently offside when he receives the ball, but he was already offside when the ball was passed to him. Station break coming up here fairly soon. We would alert our stations around the country. Referee gets out of the middle there as Bogey moves it in towards Little Romero. Back to the goalie. NASL Soccer, New York and Washington will continue after station identification.
Wednesday on How would you like to help rebuild the fort at Fort Creve Coeur Park? The work is already underway, and you can...
16 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in regulation time on a hot, humid day in Washington. The score, all tie. Washington 1, New York 1. There will be a decision before we leave here. Because they're still tied at the end of regulation. Remember, it's sudden death overtime, and if that doesn't do it, the North American Soccer League invention, the shootout. However, long way to go before we get to that situation. DiBernardo with the fight for the ball. Down he goes. It was Draghi who was on top of him that time. Cosmos now getting possession. Official attendance. Here it comes. Listen to this. 53,351. An all-time record for Washington. That is just about absolute capacity. 53,351 today. So it's really a historic day for the sport in the city of Washington. Here comes New York.
Giorgio Chinaglia nearly had an unexpected goal there because Irwin came to the ball. He didn't quite get to it, and he played it right onto Canaglia's heel. And I think maybe 6 inches nearer the goal.
Okay, a little give and go with Alan Green. He's got somebody else in the middle if he wants to pass it. No, he went a little too long. He's got Horvath in the middle now, but he gives it to Mark Antonio. Oh, a nothing shot by Mark Antonio, unless it was supposed to be a pass. Still tied at 1-1.
Johnny Rutherford, winner of the 1980 Indianapolis.
More than 53,000 on hand as the Washington Diplomats battle the New York Cosmos at RFK Stadium in Washington. Official temperature 85, field temperature at our latest reading on a thermometer down there 106, humidity 61%, the score 1-1, New York and Washington. Just under 14 minutes to play. Also the largest crowd to see any North American Soccer League game this year, any place, including New York. A man down on the field. Charge will have injury time. Yellow card given to Naiskin.
Dragon does it again.
Well, referee Toros Kabrician says that Johan Naiskin there gave an elbow in the back of the head to Joe Horvath right here. Horvath has been down. Injury time was called. The clock was stopped. But now we're back in play with 13 minutes, 25 seconds left in regulation. The score tied 1-1. And here comes Angelo DiBernardo. Chinaglia, of course, in the middle as always. And Romero moving down beside Chinaglia. He's got both of them in the middle. Puts it out to Bogey. Now the forwards are drawn out of the penalty area at the moment. Chinaglia moves just inside, and Mijatovic is there to take the ball away from him. Nicky Mijatovic. But he's not too good at keeping the ball. He's good at getting it. Oh! Wow! A near thing we had there. Offside, though, called.
Well, another offside call, which really didn't look like an offside call to me, but Bill Irwin was out very quickly. Now, this is Bogey pushing the ball through. Well, in fact, there may be another player offside there.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't think Romero, who ran through, was offside, but there was another player who was ahead of him there, Chinaglia possibly.
I think that was Cabañas this time.
Cabañas
who just came into the game in the second half.
This side of him.
Who was going to try to take the shot. Well, the constant roar from the big crowd continues. They want to see the white shirts score. As far as they're concerned, the guys in the white shirts are the good guys today. The home team Diplomats. It's 1-1 though. 12 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in regulation. The sun continuing to burn down on the field. Constant action, remember. No timeouts, no team timeouts. There's Cabañas, the 19-year-old. Remember, there are 2 teenagers from Paraguay in the Cosmos lineup. Don't get them confused. 19 is Cabañas, 7 is Romero. Now we have Carlos Alberto moving in, getting it to Romero. And he chipped one toward the goal, but it's too high. He was trying to chip that right into the upper right-hand corner.
Trying to get it. He knew Bill Irwin was off his line there, and if he can spin that ball so that it drops, he has a goal there. You see how Bill Irwin had to go racing back for that. Incidentally, if viewers can hear a lot of very hoarse shouting from one person in particular when the play is down that end, the man you can hear is, in fact, Bill Irwin, the goalkeeper, who's constantly yelling instructions at his defenders.
11 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in regulation time. Still 1-1. If you've just joined us, the Cosmos in blue, Washington in 1. In white. Naiskin now with the ball. Boy, he can go all day and all night. That's just what he's been doing. Sonny Askew, however, this time comes up with the ball for Washington and gets it to Janssen. Janssen going for Green, and again he's offside.
Well, this time he was played offside by Durgan. Intelligent, rather risky, but it worked well moved by Durgan there as the ball was pushed through by Janssen. Durgan made no attempt to go with Green or go for the ball. He just moved up, and Green was caught offside.
You might explain what playing him offside mean. In other words, he intentionally moved up ahead of the other.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, there's Sonny, the kid from Baltimore, who's been very much in the action today, replacing Lozano, who is out because of a red card. Now we have Janssen going for Mark Antonio. Mark Antonio to Askew. Askew has Green in the middle if he wants him, if he can get to him. Romero knocking the ball away.
Askew one turn too many there. Well, there's an interesting little episode there. Bogicevic is turning around to see what that was all about. And what it was all about was that man there, Mark Antonio, hanging onto the back of Bogicevic's shirt and being dragged along as though he was on a skateboard.
Pick him up, pick him up.
All right, the referee just says pick him up, get him on his feet.
I told him not to come. Pick him up.
Pick him up. This is a tough game. The referee is in charge. Only he can call injury time. Right now, he could decide that the game should go on with the man on the field.
Now you see Bogicevic breaking. Now on the right there is Carmine Marcantonio. He reaches out a hand here, grabs a large piece of shirt, and goes sliding along, rather as though he's surfboarding or whatever those things are that people do when they slide along.
That's called water skiing, Paul.
Yes, well, it's called a foul in soccer anyway.
Okay.
So.
If we've ever seen an obvious foul, that was it. There's Bogey, he who was offended. The score tied 1-1. We'll be back.